taught myself everything. I have an MBA, it's a Master's of Badassness. So when, yeah, that's fine. Will that work? Wait, scoot over a little so they can't go ahead. There you go. Okay. So I'll just do it like this, right? Okay. So I started my business 5 years ago. I started making moccasins. My son was born, and I've been like making and selling stuff like super unsuccessfully previously to that, and I wanted a pair of soft leather shoes for him, and I couldn't find any that I loved. Couldn't find any that weren't highly decorated with like bears or basketballs. I just wanted something cute, and so I made them. I had like a bag of scrap leather that I'd like stolen. Well, I at a garage sale. I didn't steal. The lady, I convinced her to give it to me for $1, and it was this huge bag, and I just was like, well, I can sew and I can do this, so I just started doing them, and the response was great, and I put them up on my site, and I sold a bunch, and quickly realized that I wasn't going to make any money at how I'd done it. So I raised my prices, and that's kind of how my business started. But I didn't like. It was like a lull, like go up and then down, and there wasn't anyone to find my stuff. So in 2012, at the beginning of 2012, I was at this conference called Alt Summit, and someone was talking about finding your community, and it took me so long. I think I was just coming out of like my postpartum thing, and I was like, oh, I think my community is on Instagram. And at the time, I had 600 followers on Instagram, and I started like really studying it, and I realized that 10K seemed to be the tipping point of authentic users, and once you got past 10K, then it started to go quick. So not knowing anything besides I want to get to 10K, I made that my goal for 2012. And December 28th, 2012, I got to 10,000, and now we're at 107, somewhere around there. Okay, so why Instagram? I know that a lot of brands kind of shy away from Instagram because it's hard to sell or tell your story on there in a way that makes sense for the brand and all their advertising dollars. And we also have not, this is the first year we spent any advertising dollars. So up until then, we've done everything without advertising dollars. Some of my advertising dollars are here actually, Andrew. Yeah. Okay, so we also, in 2012, I did 40,000 in sales that year, and this year we've already done 2.7 million. Yeah. So here is kind of some context. We keep track. October 2013, so a year ago, the beginning of fourth quarter, we had 49,000 followers on Instagram, and then 66, and then we doubled in the first quarter of 2014 of this year. A lot of that was due to Shark Tank because our episode aired. And going into Shark Tank, one of our goals, we like set out a lot of goals. One of them was that I would try to figure out how to mention Instagram to see if we could get it in there, that's how we do all our marketing. And the opportunity came up, we did it, I did it, and we grew, and now we're just growing again. We've doubled again since the first quarter until now. And we're on track, because it starts to grow exponentially. I know a lot of you have seen like your Facebook page or your Twitter or whatever do this. We're on track to be at 350 by the end of the year, and we'll hit 1 million sometime in the second quarter next year. This is what I do. So I take a screenshot when we hit 1,000, and then I write on it with this app called A Beautiful Mess. And this is on my phone. You can find all my, every time we hit 1,000, I can go back really far. I also track it in this is my version of Domo. This is my CEO dashboard. Free. And then each week, Caroline, who's my social media marketing manager, is here. Her and I sit down and we write an editorial calendar for the week. This is our Instagram editorial calendar. It's hard to see. And then we add on for Facebook. We kind of don't use Twitter, and then we've hired out Pinterest. So that's kind of how it works for us. But 3% growth growth on Instagram every week, and then we found out at the end of the year that, well, the end of the week actually, that each Instagram user represents 31 cents in sales, and it's pretty accurate based on within like 5 to 10 grand. That's how much we'll do in the week. So whatever we end at this week, you can times that, you can multiply it by 31 cents, and that's how much we'll have in sales for the week. So it keeps going up, and it's been amazing for us. So this is my one tip, and my one tip only, and it applies to everything I'm going to talk about. For Instagram, it's not the product, it's the person. And I feel like this is why we've been successful, because I didn't go to college. I went to a couple of semesters. I didn't finish. But I've always been like, I'm a middle child, and so pleasing people is in my DNA. Making sure everyone's happy is just something that I do, unless it's dish time and then I'm in the bathroom. And then everyone's like, where's Susan? I don't know. She always has to pee when it's time to do dishes. Okay, so it's not the product, it's the person. My favorite Instagram account right now is Taco Bell. They have the best Instagram account on Instagram. I think they get it. So, Taco Bell's, let's see if I go back. Taco Bell's, the person that buys Taco Bell, how many of you guys eat Taco Bell? How many of you are under 20 or under 30? How many of you eat Taco Bell? Yeah? Under 30? How many of you are between 30 and 40? How many of you eat Taco Bell? Well, I eat Taco Bell a lot. But I think their target market is like 20 to 25-ish. I think it's mostly men. And I don't know that all of them live in sunny California and hang out with their friends all day and skate and cruise for chicks, but I think that's what they want to do. So it's a lot of really pretty food. It's a lot of girls on Taco Bell. But in a tasteful way, right? But they get it. And then it's like, and they also understand the pop culture significance of where they're at. Like this Beyonce reference to I've Been Drinking. Like they just get it. Every time they post, I'm like, they're genius. They get it. It's beautiful colors. They have really fun videos on there. And it's all targeted towards that one demographic. So they understand, okay, this is our customer, this is what our customer likes, this is what our customer wants to do all day, and it's food, pop culture, and chicks, right? Okay. And like really fun friends hanging out at the beach on a really sunny day. So it's hardly any of food, and when it is, it's inviting, it's enticing. It's not like, run to Taco Bell, go buy this right now before it sells out. It's like, look at that, don't you want that? It's a lot of fourth meal stuff. It's like, it's 2 a.m., where's your Taco Bell? And then all your chicks. Okay. Okay, so again, it's not the product, it's the person. And this is how you're interacting with your customers. We have a weekly feature that we call Kid of the Week. And last time I checked, we had 40,000 pictures tagged from our customers with this tag, FB Kid of the Week. Is that right, Carolyn? Ish? Okay. We pick a Kid of the Week. We ask the mom questions. What's their favorite part about being a mom? What has their child taught them? And this is our user-generated content, a lot of it. We also post up the cutest babies in the world. This is actually my favorite baby on Instagram right now. We do this thing called an FP Mini-Me, and it's mom's, it's like the sneakers that match the shoe. We found that a lot of people who follow us are into sneaker porn sites. It's a thing. And so we try to appeal to that segment of our customer base. And so this is our user-generated content too. Additionally, we have our freshly picked tag that people sometimes post veggies of. I get so pissed. And then they also tag us. So the ones where they tag either freshly picked or they actually tag the photo with us, none of those pictures go. We go through every day and we like each picture and we comment on each picture. So if you're tagging anything, any hashtag that has FP mocks, freshly picked kid of the week, FP Mini-Me, or they tag photos of us. Each one of those pictures are either liked by us or commented, and I just screenshot something on the way here. And I mean, we have a team, but a girl says, I can't believe with how busy you are, you take the time to comment and like our photos. It really means so much to us. So we are letting our customers know, we see you, we appreciate you, we love you, and we're going to reward you for that. And then additionally, we do a lot of giveaways. And we try to structure our giveaways so they're not annoying to other people, because how many of you hate when you're scrolling through Instagram and it's like 5 posts in a row of the same giveaway? And so we do something we call an airport giveaway. So when I'm flying, I'll like say, who can get to this gate? I have something for you. And we always have people come and find us. And then we take a picture of them and post it up. Or we do a giveaway where all people have to do is like and comment on the picture, and that's actually better now with Instagram's new algorithm, because I'm sure you've noticed like the Explore page has changed, and that's based on people that you follow and the pictures they like and comment on. And so that giveaway will actually show up in more feeds organically than if you were to have people repost. So these our giveaways, we try to be very conscious of like, how can we make this easiest as possible, and how can we not piss people off? And then these are my favorite pictures. So how many of you are moms in here? I noticed, like with my children growing up, time is such a thief. Can I get an amen? It is such a thief. I look at pictures of my kids from 6 months ago, and I get weepy. My daughter this year turned 8, and I was looking at pictures of her when she was born, and I cried for like 2 days straight. But Freshly Picked is not in the shoe business, and this is our core values. We are in the memory keepers business. And our whole purpose of our company is to create pieces that will last through your child, and that you'll be able to keep as a keepsake. As a mother, I look at that, and some people see a dirty shoe, and I see a footprint, and I see first steps, and I see that time at the park when they did the cutest thing you've ever seen, and I see going down the slide for the first time, and I see something that I will not get rid of, because when that child is 14 and talking back, I have these beautiful shoes that remind me of when they were little. And so that is our whole purpose, is to help families and parents create memories that and create a piece that will be able to tell that story of that time in that family's life. And so we send out these products, and we get these pictures back, and we try to, every post we put, every campaign we run, memory keepers is at the top of it. And again, it's not the product, it's the person. I have kind of reluctantly and kind of begrudgingly accepted this role that people are buying Freshly Picked not because it's a beautiful product, although it is, and that's what we put a lot of work into, but they're buying my story. And I didn't set out to do that, but we really realized that, and I've embraced it finally. When I started, I didn't have any money, and so I've always been scrappy. My brother does a window installation business, and I convinced him to give me all his old windows, and I spent the whole summer during nap time banging the glass out of the window, and then I took the windows at the end of the summer to the scrapyard, and I got $200, and then I was able to buy leather with that money, because my free stuff from the garage sale was running out. And so there's a story there, and people grasp onto that story, and they're buying this story as much as they are buying the moccasins. And so we really try to tell my story in a way that empowers other small businesses. So they too can feel like, you know what, she did it, look what she's been able to do, I can do that as well. Because that's important to me, is to feel like people come away from our feeds and how we're interacting with them, feeling empowered and inspired. So this post actually, because of the new algorithm, I don't know if you can see, this one has almost 400,000 likes on it. It just keeps showing up in feeds. So it's good because we get a lot of followers just from this post. But this is when I announced that I was going to be on Shark Tank. That's when I visited Damon in New York at the Fubu headquarters. And this is one of my favorite customers. She came and visited us once, and never met anyone sassier. That's my family. This is our distribution center, and all those white boxes are full of our moccasins. We used to ship out of my basement, and so this is really just an amazing experience for me. Those two, or that box is full of moccasins going out, and that's when our moccasins are now in Nordstrom. So we are taking people on this journey with us, and we want everyone to feel like they're part of it, because we understand that they are buying this story as much as they're buying our product. And I probably went too fast, because I got nervous. Okay, that's it. Does anyone have any questions? Yes.
So you said you finally embraced it. So how did you get from, because I know a lot of times you want to be the brand, this is your story, how did you get where you were okay with that?
It's just like after I put myself out there for Shark Tank, I had to be okay with it. You know, I couldn't shy away from it. I've tried to pull back from it, but then we find like our engagement isn't as high, and so we always try to. Sometimes our Instagram's written in like as a we, but mostly it's written in first person, and everyone assumes the voice is me. So I also. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been easy to me. I don't like to be in the limelight. I'm actually like a pretty shy person, unless you know me, and then I'm not. But it's not been easy for me. But I just, for the sake of the brand, and for the family, my family that I'm supporting, and now like 12 employees' families that I'm supporting, like I have to. I just have to put myself out there. Does that answer your question? Yeah. Yes.
Your story is so unique, and your concept behind your shoes is so unique. How do you anticipate like making sure that your product is unique as like lookalikes and knockoffs? Like I've seen those.
So much. She asked about copycats. Can I answer that?
Well, I'll just make sure you repeat it.
Yeah. So she asked like, how do I like, what do I do about copycats? That question. So those are my wolves, right? Like they are making sure that we're on top of our game and we're running and running as fast as we can. We don't. You can either focus on offense or you can focus on defense, and we want to focus on offense and growing the brand. Like that's our focus, not focusing on like who did us wrong and why it's wrong and how do they sleep at night. Although I've had those, I felt that way, but instead I like to focus on like where I'm going and where we want to go. Any other questions? Yes.
How much of your strategy revolves around how accessible you are as a person? Because I feel like people love Freshly Picked because literally they can go find you at an airport and meet you and hang out. But when you have 220-something thousand followers, how does that change?
So he wants to know how much of our strategy revolves around me being accessible. Like almost all of it. We've all seen that celebrity page where they have 200,000 followers and everyone in the comments is fighting about whether butt's real or not. Is that a fake butt? It's real. Fake. And we don't want that. And I feel like by us being active not only in the comments, like we have a team of 10 brand enthusiasts on Facebook or on Instagram, and their whole job is to answer people and make sure that they to reply. And then we get in every day and we're replying to the ones that don't. And then we're actually commenting on the hashtags and the tag pictures because we want people to feel like, you're not just buying a product, you're buying an experience, Yes?
How do you use Facebook and your website or blog in addition with Instagram?
So our strategy on Facebook is we try and grow our numbers there. Instagram's our number one. Our content on Facebook is created specifically for Facebook. We don't really have a blog. It's more of like, we do. It's a corporate blog. It's not very good though. Our Facebook strategy right now is to grow, and we interact there as well. Facebook is it's harder for, I don't know, it's been slower growth for us. We only have like 81,000 there, so not very much. Yeah?
So you talked about your research on Instagram when you decided to focus on Instagram. Where do you go to get that research, or you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
where do you get that information?
So where do you get your information on Instagram because it's not open API? So I spent all of 2012, like 24 hours a day on Instagram. My husband once was like, I wish you loved me as much as you loved Instagram, and I said, I do too. now track like a lot of celebrity Instagram accounts that our numbers kind of match up with. A couple weeks ago, although she hadn't posted, we had better interaction than Beyonce, so I was super excited about that.
So it's really just kind of self-tracking.
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
What's your next step?
What's my next step? To get my PhD in badass.
Perfect